And the little red light says we are live, we are live, we are live, and it is so. Greetings, fellow living organisms. I am the grey alien, the Von Tuckerjorat, and I'm here just hanging out in my friend's ship. A bit of a break. Now, we all know that there's an elderly gentleman on the internet that's terrorised people for decades. Oh, no, not him. James Paul Von Helton. Now, before I get into the main topic, I want to play you something that I saw, and it has me laughing every single time. I love this.
Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah, hope I get away with it. Oh, doo-dah-day.
I could really level with him.
Well, Wally, I'm sure someone should, but I think that's my job.
But gee, Dad, you've been lecturing the beaver for 13 years now, and he's still pretty stupid.
Happy 4th of July, motherfuckers! This is Superhuman TV Show. Today I'm gonna get hit with fireworks. This is for juggalos and juggalettes. Do not try this at home, and I hope you like it. Whoop whoop! Light that bitch up! Fuck this shit! Ah! Fucker! Ah!
As you leave the theater, folks, please be careful. Don't let this happen to your car. Be sure to remove the speaker before you leave. If you should accidentally pull a speaker loose, please turn it in at our snack bar or box office.
The Maine State Police are assisting investigators after a death in Mexico, Maine. Few details have been released as of now, but that death happened along Intervale Avenue. State Police say there is no danger to the public, and we will update you as we learn more information on this investigation on air and our app.
How do? Legs his stomach here. Now, it's come to my attention that a certain YouTuber by the name of Mcgrampy Lobster, aye, that's him, he wanted to see some sort of orifice on me.
I want to challenge somebody that's got some artistic abilities to get Negs' belly to start talking.
I got beaten by a giant ball of oil.
You see, there's the proof. Anyway, why he wants to see a certain orifice on me, I don't know. Bit perverted if you ask me. Anyway, what he wants to do with it is up to him. I'm not here to judge. I ask one thing though, when he's lying back and he's playing with himself, thinking about me, and it comes time for him to ejaculate, I want him to think about coming over me, Negs' belly. Hope you have a good time, Grampy.
Mcgrampy Lobster, so don't try and get it.
Well, I wish I could get that excited about
nothing. Are you kidding? Page 73, Johnson, Naven, R. I'm somebody now.
Chubby Bunny.
For many years, the haters of YouTube never would ever leave us alone. I found a way to win in a battle. Kick them in the hiney until they are gone.
Where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone?
I searched the world over and thought I found true love. You met another and you were gone.
Hey, mischief makers, come on along to Hobo Junction. I like you. Oh, yeah, I really like you. Oh. You know, Mischief Makers, it really is a lot of fun to get in a good book.
Because I'm going to make an example out of you. A bloody example out of you. I don't care about you guys talking about how Christ-like it is. You shouldn't have came on my property. That for somebody else. You better go look up Solomon. You better go look up David. You better go look up Samson. You guys don't know jack about Jesus. You don't know nothing about Christ. And you certainly don't know what it's like to be Christ-like.
Brothers and sisters, join me now for a special message of love and redemption from my brother Gman. Praise Jesus, amen.
When I seriously entertain following through with the things that I said I'm going to do. And to prove to people that I'm not just talking. This Friday, I'm going to show everybody a Greyhound ticket. I'm going to show you the city that I'm going to go to. And that's when people are going to start taking this stuff seriously.
Hallelujah.
The bottom line is I know where you live.
What part of that don't you understand?
I know where all of them live. So go to your YouTube channels, laugh it up. You're going to be meeting me in person soon. We're going to see how funny you think it is then. Google. I promise you, whether I'm innocent or guilty, you're going to have to do something about this at some point or another. Somebody on YouTube is going to get hurt, guys. And I'm telling you, it ain't going to be me. No, this is not performance art. This is a straight up threat. And it's a promise that I'm going to do bodily harm to a YouTuber or to YouTubers if they don't back off.
Amen. Praise the Lord.
Period.
Brought to you by Scalpies. Scalpies.
I'm in a size medium shirt.
As a resident of Miami-Dade County, it is your right to know the names and likenesses of sex offenders living in your area. As a public service, we have created this videotape so that you and your friends and family can stay aware, stay safe, and maybe even have a little fun. Enjoy.
State of Florida has asked us to disclose our sexual crimes to you. We were bad, but now we're good. We're moving into your neighborhood. You know we're trying our best to be functioning members of society. We're not here to start no trouble. We're legally required to do the sex offender shuffle.
I'm Larry Arthauer, and I'll refrain from touching my neighbor's kids again. What I did was not too kind, but I'm a nice guy, you'll come to find. I've got a backyard and a real nice pool. Y'all should come over for a barbecue. We can make some cold drinks in my blender, but do keep in mind that I'm a sex offender.
Vernon Douglas is my name. My battery arrest is what brought me fame. But there's much more to know about me. I love to dance and I love to ski. I zip and zoom on through the snow. Just strap on my boots and watch me go. But I can't ski until December. Till then I'm just a sex offender.
I'm Charles Dolan, dropping rhymes. I've been arrested 7 times. I know that sounds like a lot. 3 of those times were for vandalism. Feel real bad, I got caught. Might do it again, probably not. I'm not here to make pretenses. I'm here because of my sex offenses.
I'm Sam Pound, I'm number 1. Apologizing for what I've done. In case you were wondering what that was, I snuck into a bathroom and I eat no truffles. I'm just here to do the sex offender shuffle.
Hey everybody, I'm Laura Hughes, proving girls can do it too. And by it, I mean touch your cousin. Was it worth it? No, it wasn't. You won't find me in your child's playset, cause I gotta wear this ankle bracelet. I'm not here to go on a bender, I'm here because I'm a sex offender.
Last name Bermholt, first name Mark. I'm moving in somewhere on your block. Not in a house, but in a van. If you need me to move it, I sure can. The last thing I want is any trouble.
Okay, maybe you can
sex
hear me now.
offender shuffle.
I've been commenting all through
The one
this
they called Arthur Chase.
because
He said I didn't have to
I
show
think
my
this
face.
is funny.
My first trial ended in a hung jury. If I'm found
Made
guilty,
probably
they'll unblur me.
like in the
Not the
80s or
necrophiliac
something when
Arthur Chase.
everybody was
That's
doing
a
the
different Arthur
Super
Chase.
Bowl
I'm
shuffle
not here
and
to be my own defender. I'm here
you know,
because I'm possibly
that girl
a sex
wasn't
offender.
too bad looking.
Okay,
though.
real quick, I'm not like
This
people.
guy
It's an
here,
extortion plot by my
we all
ex-wife,
know
who's
one.
the only witness, and she's trying to take away my kids. And if,
Trying to take away
I'm not
my
here to
kids.
pack my duffel. I'm just here to do the sex finish.
State of Florida has asked us to disclose our sexual crimes to you. We were bad, but now we're good. We're moving into your neighborhood. We're obliged to admit the crimes for which we were convicted. We're not here to start no trouble. We're legally required to do the sex offender shuffle.
Okay, that was enough of that one. That was somebody actually made a comment one time that I was making light of you know, that type of stuff, and having to remind him that the whole idea of this video that I didn't make, it was a joke. Because some of the crazy things they would have, like sex offenders do for community service, were really, a lot of times, years ago, they would have a lot of them, even if they were supervised, give them, like, sure, you're not supposed to be around kids or a certain thing, but when they're over there, you just go over there type stuff. Very loosely monitored. A lot of it was, you know. Well, they got caught, they won't do it again type shit, you know. We already went through one lawsuit, we don't need to go through another one. You know, that type mentality, you know. So it wasn't hard to make fun of, you know, whilst also feeling bad for the people that were actually going through it. It was a different time. Anyway, so hopefully, I still can't see the side chat. I can see the little, is Larry in there? Wow. Well, folks, we're going to get to Larry, or we're going to get to, God, you guys have already fucked me up, man. Not really, because I haven't seen the side chat, but I've just been going on some other shit. But, so, wow, what's bigger news right now? What is bigger news right now? Shanny and Rev, excuse me, Shanny and Gman finally coming clean. In my opinion, that's all either one of them have done the entire time, right? Neither one of them was Shanny was a little bit more upfront about the whole thing, but Gman hasn't been upfront about this whole thing the whole time. Now, whether this comes to pass, I'm not prophesizing, but whether this comes to pass, there are certain people that heard, witnessed, Betty, and I know Betty's passed away and she can't speak for herself again, but there are video out there. I'm not going to go, you know, like I said, I've had a few interesting conversations with, to say the least. Anyway, sorry, folks. But this whole thing, Shanny knew whether it was Shanny told Betty that Rev had $1 million, that he was a millionaire, okay? And this is when Rev really didn't have much to do with Shanny at all. Hey, Lady Starfire. And like I played the other day, you know, we can play it again where she starts, you know, dressing. And that Drader guy, holy shit. That guy makes, and I use some of his videos, he makes some motherfucking spot on videos, man. If you're not subscribed to Drader, you know, and I hope he doesn't mind me using his clips because it saves me from, dude, I mean, we could make you a correspondence reporter. You know, we could make you, you know, we could give you a segment on the show. The pay sucks. But yeah, well, okay, I'm not saying this, and okay. There was sort of a man chubby there for a second, you know, because I was like, oh my God, this guy's great. But then I thought, you know, he might not be feeling that same way right now, so I'm not going to say I'm not going to say anything. But much love to the guy. The guy, he's got a gift, folks. He's got a gift for the gab. He knows when to bring it up. He knows when to bring it down. I wonder if he went to Toastmasters like Corky did. We have 35 people watching, folks. But Shanny and Rev, wow. Everybody knew Rev's living in a tent, you know. You almost wanted to feel sorry for him. I want nothing more to do with. The way she drug, and like Rev's not innocent, you know. Rev is a grown, like you kids say these days. Rev's a grown ass man. And we don't always make the best choices. Hell, I've made a lot of bad choices in my life, folks. A lot. And I'm not saying that to be proud or boast or, you know, whatever. But I've made a lot of fucked up decisions in my life. It came back to bite me in the ass. And seemed like a good time. Seemed like a good thing at the time, you know. And we're not even thinking about the ones that some of you are probably still thinking about. But anyway, at least Blue stopped talking about it. Oh, goodness. But anyway, but other things too. In my personal life. Private life, I've had to go to a few people and, you know, sorry if I went too far, I didn't mean this, or I was just being grampy, and, you know, and there's like this grampy past sometimes, and sometimes I'm like, yeah, but it's just fucked up. Mrs. Lobster's going outside. Oh, no, she's not. She's going to go have some coffee. Ooh, can I have one? Ooh, we got these. Hold on. All right. What are these, the raspberries?
No, they're the pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice tasty cake things. Whatever the fuck it's
Little Debbie's.
Little Debbie's. Okay. I can't open it with that. That would be gross. Oh, I got it. I almost grabbed it with my bowl scraper to open the thing, and I was like, nah, that's a little, I'm not that bad. A little pumpkin spice. And, but, so I pretty much had some different shit. Folks, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start here from let me see. Let me see. We'll start from here, and then we'll go back down.
You want me to go?
No, you don't need to go. I got stoned, and then I forgot where I was at. And then I was trying to read the side chat. So anyway.
Because I'm going to make an example out of you. A bloody example out of you. I don't care about you guys talking about how Christ-like it is. You shouldn't have came on my property. Do that for somebody else. You better go look up Solomon. You better go look up David. You better go look up Samson. You guys don't know jack about Jesus. You don't know nothing about Christ. And you certainly don't know what it's like to be Christ-like. Because when he comes back, he's going to kill every last one of you. And
oops.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said, but I helped him drink his wine. And he always had some mighty fine wine, singing joy to the world. All the boys and girls now, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. Evil must be punished. Alrighty, in the interest of full disclosure, there are some rap songs by Exhibit that I like because they tend to have a more conservative theme behind them. And Exhibit seems to be a pretty cool guy. But rap itself, nah, not real music. Now I'm sure there's people going to say, what? It's not real music. No, it's not real music. See, music can be traced back to its predecessor or ancestor very easily. For example, thrash music can be traced back to heavy metal. Heavy metal can be traced back to rock and roll. Rock and roll can be traced back to easy listening. Easy listening can be traced back to top 40. Top 40 can be traced... You see what I'm saying here? Okay, rap doesn't have any of that shit. Alright? What rap was, how rap got started. Rap started out as political free speech on the street corner.
18 naked shepherds in the washrooms at Ram Ranch. Great firm throbbing meat wishes to be supped. 18 naked shepherds wishes to be tupped. Shepherds in the washrooms at Ram Ranch on their hams wishing to sup shepherd's pie. Ram Ranch, joy is nigh. Fair firm fit shepherds their meat doth not yield. 18 more rugged shepherds out in the field. Big bulging rods ever appeal. Brothel in the washrooms at Ram Ranch. Great stiff throbbing rods ramming shepherd art. Like those Cupid hath struck in their hearts. Great firm throbbing rods, get it supped asunder. Shepherds yet still getting tupped while they slumber. Ram Ranch, 'tis sweet. Shepherds love great firm throbbing meat. "18 naked shepherds in the washrooms at Ram Ranch. Great firm throbbing meat."
Back here live at the Waterfront Village with my friend, the zombie, Jonathan. You're looking good. Jonathan just got an awesome face paint job. What do you think?
I like turtles.
Hi! My name's Miss Parker. And you're the petty people.
Using crack and cocaine to get high, that's what you say you love. But it's really insane, you could die, what are you thinking of? Cause nobody's beating that crack and cocaine, there's terrible trouble behind it. Sooner or later you're burning your brain, making a mess of your mind. just a snorter of smoke. In your greed, that's all you care about. But your life is a joke, and you need someone to help you out. Cause nobody's needing that crack and cocaine. There's terrible trouble behind it. Sooner or later you're burning your brain, making a mess of your mind. Nobody's needing that crack and cocaine. There's terrible trouble behind it. Sooner or later you're burning your brain, making a mess of your mind. Let's go! Nobody's needing that crack and cocaine. There's terrible trouble behind it. Sooner or later you're burning your brain, making a mess of your mind. Cause nobody's needing that crack and cocaine. There's terrible trouble behind it. Sooner or later you're burning your brain, making a mess of your mind. Cause nobody's needing that crack and cocaine. There's terrible trouble behind it. Sooner or later you're burning your brain, making a mess of your mind.
And we are, oh shit, one-man show, folks. How is everybody doing today? It's this Mcgrampy Lobster. We got the, see folks, I'm not musically inclined. I played the viola. I was okay to be in like a high school, you know, played a little, on the side for a few gig type thing, nothing fancy or nothing like that, but never learned to play the guitar or the piano or anything like that. But so I was that kid when we used to have music class where everybody had to hold something and then shake it and like make rhythm. So one kid would get 2 sticks and go, like, they were the rhythm sticks, and then you'd give some kids that had like little things in them, and they were like maracas, and those were pretty cool. And how you doing, Lady Starfire? And there was just the lucky kids got the tambourines and stuff, and I never really gave a fuck about those. I was just, this is stupid. Never, you know. So musically, I pretty much didn't progress from there. However, I do understand that was funny. I don't disregard. Never a big fan of the cowbell. No, I am one person. So I'm sorry you got to hear that from me. But I have very few things I have ever. Don't fear the Reaper. I get that, but there's seriously, and I know it's a joke and everything like that, but I try to think of so many songs, and I'm like, oh man, what the fuck, man? You know, there, Joey, hit the cowbell, you know. The glockenspiel players were always in demand. That's true. Sometimes you had to have one. My 7th grade band teacher was also a bass trombonist for the San Diego Symphony Orchestra. Hope I'm not doxing him. He's probably dead by now. But so we got to go to some like practices. We'd hear what things were supposed to sound like, and we would play the same thing. And it was fun to get out of class, but it was also kind of humiliating because you know, at that level, at that point, you pretty much sucked. You know, not a racist. The only thing that matters. Okay. Well, anyway. What's going on with Gavin? People peep. Bringing up Gavin. Have they lost Gavin? That cat's been fucked just like those kids. You know, what happened to Watermelon? You know, the one thing that, okay, not the one thing, but speaking of Gavin, their cats, I kind of remember when Gavin first started, people started talking about Gavin, and then they had another cat. And if memory serves me correct, and if Caleb, if you're in here saying anything, shut up. If memory serves me correct, I think there was a conversation of like, oh, I don't know, why don't we call him Watermelon? Because people will think that's racist, or somewhere along the line of you know, it's black and they're going to say we're racist anyway type stuff. But I think I remember some, maybe I'm wrong because there was a lot of stuff, you know, but so I don't know, those things always those cats either got sold for food or became food. Yeah. Watermelon ran the fuck away. Yeah, they couldn't keep a hold of Watermelon. They're always... See, that's what happens sometimes when you're the chosen cat. You have, you know, if you're not the chosen cat, you have the first chance to skedat, you know, when all hell breaks loose. So when it gets to that point, cats, don't be mommy and daddy's favorite. Be a shithead. Because when the fucking shit hits the fan, they're going to be going for him because they like him. They hate you. So that'll be your way to get out. Serious. I'm just saying. Well, I had these really good... I like Little Debbie snack cakes in the morning. And coffee. Yeah. If I could, if I felt like it, I'd be like the old guy that used to hang out at McDonald's. You eat an ultra grain bar in the morning with your coffee. Well, we have some cereal, but we don't have any milk right now, so till we get some milk. And I'm not in the... I know, I love dry cereal too, but right now I've got dry mouth, and the last thing I need is more dry stuff, you know. But the whole bomb dropped. The bomb dropped on Shanny and Rev and Gman. I've told people for years, and nobody's paid attention to me. I'm just a little guy. I'm not trying to say I was the only one, because I know there were other people thinking that. Maybe, I don't know. But Christians, or that's why a lot of people, like in the Christian community, distance themselves away from him. Like, okay, I'm not speaking for anybody personally. This is just my observation. Okay? So, I don't want anybody to say, you know, well, if I heard somebody say something and they said it wrong, I'm not trying to get into that weird why did you say this if you meant this? You know, it's not a cross-examination. It's my perspective, folks. That's why there's 30 people watching. That, and you're bored, and there's nothing else on. However, Shanny knew, and Rev knew, and Gman knew, for the longest time, that Rev had money. Now, whether it was $750,000, whether it was $500,000, whether it was in this and that, so not technically this, Rev was set for life. He could be. He was well off. He had a lot of cash. And he had a house. Now, there are no good guys in this story either. I think if I had to pick someone who got fucked the most, it would have to be Rev, because he lost everything. He's living in a tent, or maybe not a tarp. You know, he's not living in his mom's house. He's not living in Colorado. He's not driving a Durango. He's not even driving that other old piece of shit. He went to jail for assaulting Shanny's autistic son, which, not defending, but when it's everything against you and you're the target, what happened to the Durango? He can't get a title for it. It's worthless. Eventually they'll find it. Yeah. They don't want the payments, right? Rev's even trying to make payments again. You know, it's beyond that. That's how fucking delusional he is. He can't get it. He can't sell it. It's not worth $72,000. You know. When Rev first came into the picture, like when I first, Rev was a very, I don't want to say, Rev was his own person. Rev was like this young drunk kid. Didn't like gay people. He was pretty racist, but he wasn't racist. But he talked like Rev, and he was really nice to Nadia. And I'm not knocking Nadia, but he was really nice to Nadia. He had this really, this relationship with Nadia. Now, when I say relationship, I'm not saying that they were, but fascination with Nadia. And he would send Nadia a lot of money. I think, honestly, I think that was out of I think that was more well intended in my position. She needs this work. I disagree with you. I seriously think back in those days, that was, you know, his you know. So I heard he'd give people money sometimes, you know. He seemed like a nice guy. He had a bunch of money. Like he said, he doesn't, like he said, he's never earned his money. He doesn't, like he said, he doesn't, he's actually said, and I'm not quoting, he doesn't deserve his money because he doesn't, that's why he doesn't respect the money. And then, so he's already doesn't give a shit. Oops, I want to knock that down. Folks, I got this stuff, man. It's called High Supply. It's a sativa. What's it called? White Nightmare. It's pretty nice, folks. Living off passive income also requires understanding how to manage money which Rev didn't know. Exactly. That's the perfect, because I thought that. I was like, look, your mom leaves you a lot of money, you're not physically responsible. I would have been that guy. Not that I would have done what Rev did. I would have sold it. Probably spent it a little bit slower. But no, I would have had people in my life that would have helped me. And I think a lot of people, you're not probably, that's a lot to take on. So you find people that can help you, people that you can trust, a decent accountant, not necessarily your brother-in-law who took accountants in high school, But they just thought that they were going to be living off, I guess it's called principal or something every month, I don't know, while spending like literally hundreds and hundreds of dollars, sometimes over $1,000 a month, a week, just on food for basically two of them. Hey, Rev. Tarmageddon is night. Man. I don't, and Shanny blames a lot of this on Rev, right? Well, and you could say, how you doing, Boxer Wing? You could honestly say, maybe if you wanted to, that, well, he's a grown man, I honestly thought in the beginning maybe that sure they'd be dumb and stupid, but I didn't think it would go like down the way it has. And I just thought they were gonna Well, you could see it coming. Because everything was so perfect, so well, so grand, everybody loves each other, they went to Dave and Buster's, and that didn't turn out to be too well for them. Do I paint or garden? Who, me? I used to garden. I can't get on my knees and stuff like that. It's roll in the hay. Larry, now you're being nasty. Someone in the mod. Look. Folks, come on. Gee whiz. Larry. Wow. Here we're talking about some really good old-fashioned. We're talking about families. We're talking about culture, Larry. And you want to bring it rolling in the hay. I'm ashamed of you, Larry. That's right, Larry. Did you ever notice that some people are allergic to hay? That's another thing, right? People talk about like having sex on a beach, right? And you see it in the movies. Sex on a beach, sex in the fucking in the woods, just all this some real, and like on TV, and maybe at some time it can be, somewhat, I don't know. You're allergic to latex too? Oh, I'm too old for that to really matter. But and when you get there, you've been up in the barn and you've got like sticks of hay sticking out of your butt, and You got all that crap all over you. Sex on the beach is painful. That's the one that really got me. Serious, full disclosure. God. This girl and I went to the beach. It was fun. We had a great fucking time. It didn't start out like that. It wasn't like the magical, we weren't trying to make it into the magical ending of a night or anything like that. But turns out, towards the end, like we did, and then we started going up to the car, and even we went up by the shower thing. You can rinse yourself off thing. By the time we got to the car, we were both like just. We wanted to get like a hose. It hurt. It had already started chafing. It was just, oh my God. And then you get it in your car. And this is before these fancy Dan vacuum cleaner, like quick scooter things, They had those little handheld things that sucked, or a little broom thing, or, So, yeah. It hurt. It was painful between my arms, my legs. No, you leave a grain up there, and you leave a sandal. You do that. That's my challenge to you. So, once again, I forgot where exactly I was. But we're talking about Shanny and Rev. The great breakup. How did we get here, folks? How did we get here? My God. Let me, because there are some that make sense, some that don't. We've got some others, folks. There's 30 people watching. And I'd like to thank you for being here. Oh, it's not quite sundown. Oh, my schedule is so fucked up today, folks.
You're toast, buddy.
Oh, shout out to Burnt Toast.
You're toast, buddy. Now, I'll defend myself a little bit. Now, earlier you said that you was trying to say that I condone child abuse. Could you just do me a favor and be a little bit more specific about what I condone? And then I'll direct you to a channel on my video, a video on my channel that will tell you that you're a liar. But I want you to finish that statement where you said I condoned this behavior. Go ahead, finish.
You did. To this day, you still claim that the kids were fine.
Well, I don't know if actually it sounds like you're twisting the story. To be a little bit more specific and out of my own mouth, I would like to actually tell you what I believe out of my own mouth. And I hope it in 1 iota. I looked at her sons. I looked at them both. They're healthy. In some ways, they're doing better than me. They got a better phone than me, that's for sure. They got better toys than I do. And when I say toys, I mean like electronic equipment. They have better clothing than I do. They're doing way better than me. But if you listen to the testimony, like Vaughn Helton's kids, for example. Everybody keeps talking about how bad Vaughn Helton's kids are doing. But if you actually have ever done a private call with Vaughn, you know that Vaughn's house looks better than a lot of y'all houses. Our nation. They're abusing the system. They're lying to CPS and saying that these kids are being abused. And I'm a witness and will gladly testify in a court of law and say that those two aren't doing nothing bad to those kids. I'm walking around with a phone that's 5 years old, and these kids are walking around with a phone that's seriously super duper up to date. Them kids are doing pretty good.
Yeah, man. That's what brothers do.
Their kids are happy. They're happy. I'm happy. The world's happy. Right. And only the reaction community is not happy. I'm very happy.
Exactly.
The atheist community and unfortunately some people in the theist community are making a positive claim that Shanny and Revelation News are child abusers. I was with Shanny and Rev today. And you want to know something? Shanny and Rev ain't abusing nobody. I was at Shanny's house when CPS came there. None of you can claim that. I can. I was there when CPS came there. The bottom line is this, ladies and gents. They have no argument that they're child abusers. There is no argument. that they can make. There is no evidence that Shanny for Christ and Revelation News are abusing their children, but there is evidence of people lying about them. I will allow you to be a member of this YouTube channel, and you will be allowed to continue to join StreamYard if you can provide me evidence that Shanny for Christ and Revelation News have abused their children. Where's your proof?
Have you seen the videos?
May I please see them, if you don't mind?
No, I'm asking you, have you seen them already?
I've seen the videos of a dirty house. Dirty houses don't make you a child abuser.
So urine on your bed and poop out.
Sir, listen to me. A dirty house doesn't mean that you're a child abuser. It just means you're a filthy person. Okay? Show me child abuse. That's what you guys are making the claim of. Where is the proof? Or do you not know what child abuse is?
So the reason, the evidence that I have is when they were driving from wherever they were to wherever they are, because I'm not dropping anybody. There was a point where Rev actually turns around and tells the young man to shut up. Do you remember that?
Well, he said more than that.
Yeah, he did, absolutely. So do you believe in verbal abuse?
Well, I believe in verbal abuse, but that wasn't child abuse.
Okay, so you think verbally talking to your kids however you want isn't child abuse? You think that doesn't have a lasting effect on them? You telling me that?
Okay, two things. Number one, I don't care about what happened to you as a kid, and number two, that's not child abuse.
Wait a minute. When did we say anything happened to me as a kid? You just said don't make ad homs. You just said don't make ad hominems. You just said don't make ad hominems. So you're making them.
Again, sir, where is your evidence of child abuse? The Revelation News got mad because they thought something happened to the cat. In fact, the three of us was just laughing about that, I don't know, about an hour ago. So he got frustrated and he said, if something happens to the cat, I'm going to kill you or whatever. But he didn't mean that. They have a lot of games to play with. They're very happy children. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, Shanny for Christ and Revelation News are good parents. Atheist community, they got a video. They don't like the fact that they didn't sweep or mop their house and the house was clean. One of their kids have some bowel movement problems or something like that. And then they want to come to the conclusion that Shanny and Rev are bad parents. If you are referring to when Rev was kicking, who was it, Zachary or whatever, I said on multiple occasions that when he went to jail, that's where he needed to be. Because what he did was wrong. That's number one. Number two, when I was physically at the house when she was making spaghetti, which was absolutely delicious, I strongly recommend you get that recipe from her. But when she was making that spaghetti, when I went over there and we was doing the watermelon and chicken, the thing that you guys got so offended by or whatever, those kids were eating just fine. And since I was physically there and you was not, you're operating on rumors and gossip, and I'm working on factual information.
Explain to me why CPS took the children for being underweight.
You're going to have times when they're hungry. What I want you to do with me is to be a little bit more specific about what you mean by that. And that's something that you guys fail to do. Y'all just be general when y'all say everything. Be specific when you say that those kids were being starved and they wasn't eating or all this other stuff and whatnot. When I myself took them food shopping, bought them food myself, you know what I mean? Filled the refrigerator up, filled the cabinets up, and watched them go shopping and everything.
You did that every week because kids have to eat like every day, right?
No, I didn't do it every week, but I would go there and I would almost go there on a daily basis and feed them. But they had their own money. They was buying food and I went there and I saw plenty of it.
Yeah, I'll be okay. It'll be fast. You could have me on the phone if you want, because I can be with you and everything. They can hear me. I ain't gonna say anything bad. I'm just glad the boys are going to be fed.
Yeah.
Because that has bothered me massively, Shanny.
And they'll be in a nice air-conditioned place.
Oh, probably like Trump style, like real good. They deserve that. Silver linings, yeah.
It's for the kids.
Yeah, it's for their betterment because the food stamps have not been covering their diet. This is catastrophe level shit that your kids can't eat correct amounts of food, but the CPS has been great.
Dad, what an ugly thing to say. Our poor ugliness. Does this mean we're not friends anymore? You know, Ed, if I thought you weren't my friend, I just don't think I could bear it.
Total catastrophe. Our hero's food stamps have been cut off by internet terrorists.
Your SNAP balance is $0.69.
Desperate, our hero has made a deal with the devil.
Smoke weed every day.
After eliminating all the errors, our hero is ready to take to the sky and punch a hole through time and space. The continuing adventures of Barrett on Shit's Day.
All right, now. Wait, bud. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Get away, bug.
I get fired on national TV.
It could be worse.
How could it possibly be worse, Frank?
I think it just got worse.
And now, Budweiser's replacement for Louis the Lizard,
No.
the Ferret.
What UIT operates under. Fair use has been blown out of the water by ACTA. My understanding, as I understand it right now, there is no fair use, guys. Why do you guys keep bringing up fair use? Why? Why do you keep bringing it up? There is no fair use anymore. It's gone. ACTA oversteps that. ACTA is over top.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
It's yours?
No, I
Your mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must have...
Must have what?
Look, Dad, it's
Where
not...
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
Hey folks, we here at Red's Rollies care about fine quality tobacco. That's why we are introducing new Red's Pumpkin Spice Rollies.
Red's Pumpkin Spice Rollies.
It'll take you back to a time when you weren't living in abject misery and sorrow. A time when you weren't living in fear of a giant succubus.
Red's Pumpkin Spice Rollies.
And coming soon, Porkiceps. Porkiceps. Who needs teeth?
Have you ever thought to yourself, I wish I could smell like Shanny too? Well, the Petty family has a new product for you, Cannabis. Get that fresh Dornbush scent anytime, anywhere with Petty family Cannabis. Now in travel sizes.
Hey, how you doing, folks? How's everybody doing? 36 people watching at the 1 hour mark, folks. Staying hydrated tonight, folks, gotta tell you. Because we need to. I think it's all come out in the end, folks. We've got the mat. Like, let me share some stuff, folks. I really hope this works. Let me see. Shit, I should have. That's the one thing I didn't do was, did I? Let me see how much of this I actually. As usual, none. So, oh, what's this? Batman cookies. Batman cookies, folks. Batman cookies. There you go. Not a sponsor, folks. Oh, fuck. We've got some stinky we're going to get into, but we also, folks, we've got, found some old Shanny. Now, by old Shanny and Rev, you know, you have to understand the timelines. And so when was this? When was this said? When was this done? Sometimes at this point, folks, it just doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Because, well, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's just the way it is, folks. It's just the way it is. So this might be a little slow because Grampy's slow, but this is a video that someone put out that it was called "Why Grampy Show is the Best Show on YouTube."
One though, because that's just
Oh,
disgusting.
wait a minute. We got a Gogurt. We got Gogurt.
There it goes, Gogurt.
Oh yeah, watch him work this
Suck it,
Gogurt
Hilton,
up
suck
and
it.
down, back and up.
Take
and
it.
down,
Take
up.
it. Take it all. Take it all.
Ooh, Hilton.
You're a dirty boy, aren't you, Shanky?
Stroke it, Vaughn. Stroke
Take
it.
all.
Oh, that
Oh.
Gogurt. Oh, my heart.
She gonna do another one? She gonna do
No, he
another
only does the one.
What do I think about RH negative people?
Oh, he's got another
He's
one.
got another one.
Well-
Holy shit.
Oh,
From
a
a purely
second
medical
Gogurt.
standpoint, I
Oh,
understand
Hilton.
that,
Be
Gogurt
still
to
my
the
I
heart.
missed that earlier.
So obviously they're in high demand for blood.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
I
Come
don't
on.
suck.
I'm
Oh,
waiting.
Toenail clippers.
No, so I mean-
Oh.
Oh, toenail
What
clippers.
the
Oh, and then he licked it.
Okay. Okay, folks, guys, let's be honest. He's never used those on his toes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, them
We've seen
clippers
his-
have never touched them toes.
Wait, yeah, we
Yeah.
have seen his feet. Yeah. God.
So disgusting, though.
Oh. Oh, my excitement is waned into wanting to
Fuck.
hurl.
You know, Bobcat, I gotta tell you right now, your side and your sides and the sides of my face right now are getting some exercise with, like, just.
Oh my God. Those really were toenail clippers he took out. Oh my God.
Oh, Todd's throwing up now. Jesus.
Oh.
I can feel the
That's a
pile.
great way to make tons of money too.
Glad I didn't see that last
Literally,
night.
you need your blood.
My
They won't need it.
husband is just losing it over here.
Come on, man.
God.
So nasty.
There he goes. Take it.
Oh.
Ooh, it's a.
His dirty fingers too.
Oh,
tearing it
does
up.
he? Does he have to look at the camera when he does it? He just makes it awkward.
Yeah. He likes to look at the person when he's doing it. You know?
You got-
Makes it more
Oh,
personal.
God.
Okay, somebody
Oh,
needs to clip that for a super chat.
And I think they said they had
right
solid
there.
black eyes. There's no white.
I don't know how
See
to
the white on either side of
Toenail
my eyeball
clipper
here?
part.
Okay, their eyes are solid black. There's no white in them, if I recall correctly.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Hence the term indigo children, because their eyes are solid black. There's
Okay,
no
so
white.
you're gonna, okay, I haven't watched
Okay.
this part. Now, and some of you who are, I guess, Native American, or I'm gonna leave it at that because I'm white and I'll.
I haven't been able to watch a movie and actually enjoy a movie in the longest time because he just bitches the whole time about how he doesn't like it. Like, I don't care if he's medicated at this point. It's like I can't do it anymore. Does it come in his mind that I kept telling him that I'm tired of it? I don't give a fuck. He's not welcome here in this place. 5 minutes. I can't even get quiet from him for 5 minutes. He's not even husband material to like have a wife. Like, minutes. It's just bitching and complaining and him telling me how he doesn't like the things that I like. And the whole time has been disappointing and just cruelty mixed with, does he really love me or is he using me? I don't know. I'm done with that. I like, hey, his problems are his own problems now. They're not my problems anymore. I was brainwashed to think this man was good for me.
And he wasn't. He made me miserable. He did say that he'd rather be homeless than get a job. Like,
stabilizers. I'll be back on Twitch in a week. Yeah, she'll be back. I promise to try to get the N-word out of my lexicon.
I mean, you grew up in the 90s.
I grew up in the 90s and I grew up in the ghetto.
Yeah.
It's hard to get rid of that.
It's almost expected that you're going to say it.
Yeah.
Nobody from our era gets a pass when we had people like Dave Chappelle telling us to use the word to take it back. Oh, that was only to black people? No. He's
what the fuck? Your family needs you. Nah, he doesn't give a fuck about us. Screw him. I don't need a man that's just gonna be there to just bitch and complain and abuse us and not do anything to help us get forward in life. He wanted me to like replace his mother, and I just don't want someone like that in my life. Always bitching and moaning about not having money, and it's like, oh my god, dude, you're the one who fucking spent it. Yeah, he talked down to my members. Like, it's almost like he was sabotaging me. Like, he wants his cigarettes. He needs his Delta 8. I can't do it. Motherfucker keeps calling me and expecting me to pay to talk to him. Why would I pay to talk to someone I don't want to talk to? An insane lunatic who went around the house yelling and screaming to the top of his fucking lungs. Then he'll find a way to get money, which is usually him calling up his uncle, and his uncle's like, why don't you get a job? And he's like, I can't get a job.
Learn a lesson so true. There's danger in inhalants.
Oh yeah, it's called Food Porn Individual.
What the crisis is happy horse shit?
That looks pretty good, right, folks? You got corn, you got potatoes. That's Jason Avocado's original.
I ain't gonna count to 3. I'm not even gonna count to 1. You will shut the fuck up or I'll sing you a lullaby.
Hey! Let me speak!
Alright, hey guys, so this is a Rev original dish. And Shanny said that's some stoner shit right there. So this is what it is. This is Rev's rice, man.
I like booty.
This is rice cooker rice, Concord grape jelly, and generic brand creamy peanut butter.
I like it. I want you.
No! They can break you in two, so never sniff inhalants.
We're gonna make cheese great again.
Once upon a time, there was a sweet, intelligent, magical princess named Shanny. She was so magical that she almost got her master's in psychology without even having a high school diploma. She was even so magical that she was able to control and manipulate her prince. Her prince, who she refers to as Hungry Boy, was so obedient that she even made him do mouth to anus. To reward the obedience of the prince, the princess would occasionally let the hungry boy take a bite of her sandwich. The end.
Looks like it's going good. It's going good. Good. That's good. Alright. Awesome. Alright. What's up? Alright.
G-Man, I didn't want to have to do this video. I've been debating over doing this video. But I think since you're so public right now, and I tried to tell you this stuff in private, and you're not listening, and you're making things very public, and then you're twisting my intentions of why I did something. Me apologizing to Burnt Toast was not about trying to get donations and try to get into good favor with the atheists, or how you put it, sympathy with the atheists. See, I'm out of YouTube, okay? I'm out of the great debate, okay? I'm out of that shit, you know, and I've been...
Okay, okay, so Shanny's out of the great debate community. That leaves one left person. That's Gman. Gman is in the only one really left who gives a fuck about the great debate community. Gman, you won. You're a piece of shit. So what? Go. Collect your prize. Go. Whatever. Yeah, you won. Gman won. Because Gman is the only one, if this is true, and I don't think it is, this won't be the last time we hear of Shanny. But G-Man, you're the only one that's left. So, hey, you win. You won the great debate community because there's, you know, I guess out of attrition, no one's left. You defeated everybody. Now get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ. But what I really... Hold on just a second, folks. So, yeah, he... Prize, I don't know, 6 drops, make up something. So, anyway, so the whole thing with G-Man winning the great debate, okay, that's done. That's over with, folks. We can put that one in the books, right? There's one for G-Boy. And congratulations to him for that, he won, you know, fair and square. He won. And we'd like to, you know, kudos to him. You know, so his record spoke for itself, folks. His record spoke for itself. You got to give it to him, folks. It was a long haul. You know, it wasn't a sprint. He runs marathons, folks. You know, so kudos to him. Yeah. I haven't really looked at the statistics yet, but I'm sure he'll be leading the league in all the major categories. So there we go, folks. Anyway, folks. So a walker marathon. No, he does marathons. You know, I mean, and look, folks. I don't run. I've never been a runner. Things like that. There are people that do marathons. Now, could he beat me? Sure, even at my best. Because I don't train like that. A lot of people do train like that. to run marathons. It's the same reason some people run 100 meters. It's competition. So I've got nothing against anybody's effort to run the marathon. Some people, it's their dream. So for the fact that Gman could beat me in a marathon, because that's one of the first things he would ask, what's your time in the marathon? No, thank you. I'd rather drive. Your marathon, yeah. And mine would probably be 3 days. Anyway, but so let me see. Let's get Shanny back on here, because could you hear Shanny in the background? I'm gonna let this pause. So let me know. Give me a 1 if you could hear Shanny in the background while I was talking. So I can find out how long my lag is. Come on. When Shanny was just talking, look, okay, let me try this. Yeah, okay. So, let me try this. Okay, come on, where is that? You don't hear any Shanny? Okay. Now, let me ask this again. Can you hear Shanny? Is it a waste of time for me playing this, or should I just see? This is what happens, folks. This is what happens. God. The fan needs a shot at the BD40. No, it doesn't. Okay. It's just, it's not meant to do some of this stuff. So, what the gun? You do not hear Shanny. Okay. Well, apparently no one can hear Shanny. So, let's see what I can do here. Shanny's been basically, well, she don't live there no more. G-Man's throwing her under the bus. G-Man got what he... See, in the end, Shanny got what she wanted. And G-Man got what he wanted. And Rev got fucked. And was made to take all the blame. That's a fact. In my opinion. Let me see. Let me see if this will work. Okay, we got something coming up, folks. We got something coming up. I'm not sure which one. I gotta upload. See, I try to upload videos on the guest side, but I can't control the volume. That's why it's so low. But
Wow, can you tell them what happened this time? I don't want
Tell
to
them what
repeat it.
happened this time.
Yeah, someone wants an update.
Well, I can't really. I feel like I'm gonna have to scream because I'm far away from the microphone.
can you hear me?
You mean what happened?
Can you hear me now?
No, the voice.
Oh, well, CBS decided that an action plan was needed, and if I was going to be around, then it was going to be a problem.
So we decided to put them in foster care for the best of us.
Yeah.
To get my health straightened.
Yeah.
And so he can get his mental health straightened.
Yeah.
Can you see me?
As a family today. All of us.
Can you see me?
And the funny thing is, we were all in agreement of it. That is best for all of us right now.
Well, now you can see me. Wow, that was fun. So they have to be a certain size or they come across. Folks, we learn new things every fucking day on the Lobster Pond. So if I've got that, then I must have. Let me see if I can find. Hopefully, let me see. I don't think this is gonna fit. Ah, it's fitting, folks. It's gonna be slow. I have a slow computer, folks. It's gonna be fitting. We're at 3.68, 395. We're at 5%, folks. This is gonna be a better stream than I thought, folks. Holy shit. If this is what I think it is, and it's not Gman's response, but boy howdy. This is gonna make, okay, I'm not gonna say it's gonna make my day. What would make my day is if I had some coffee. Oh, sure. I wasn't sure if you were home. Maybe, okay. No, I wasn't sure, and you didn't have to. I just people are not seeing you, but noticing how nice you are because you get my coffee. Because my wife loves me. See, you know, this is one of the things, Shanny and Rev, when you want to play pretend that you're married, you know, married in the eyes of God, tell everybody it's your husband, tell everybody it's your wife, till it comes down to legal shit, you know, man, no, that's my girlfriend, that's my boyfriend. Easy to split. It's usually easier for one party to split than the other party, but it's usually pretty easy to split because it's, in the end, unless there's a lot of shit involved, there's nothing to, you know. You like to play house. You like to play married real life marriage, real life, coffee, yeah. I ever tell you guys, my wife makes the best coffee ever. She really does. She really does. But when you're married, and I get, marriage is something different to everybody. I get that. But, ooh. And a bologna and cheese sandwich. All right. But when it's fun, sure, Shanny and, no, I don't want any chips. Thank you, please. When it's time to, I don't know, make reality real, deal with real life things that quite literally have nothing to do with the internet. When you can't separate those two things, that's a crying shame. Because once again, that just proves you, just like Gman and Shanny, are three of the most foul people I've ever met. And I don't care if Shanny's trying to make up with Burnt Toast. That's her. If Burnt Toast says, hey, no harm, no foul, whatever. That's got nothing. And I'm not saying she will. Not saying she won't. I love Burnt Toast. I'm actually a mod. But yeah, people's decisions are people's decisions, and but Rev eventually is gonna throw out feelers. He's gonna throw out something, a lifeline maybe. Some people gotta have a heart for Rev because he knew he got fucked. But he's also a grown man, and he was through this for 4 years. Things were shown to him. Things were shown to him in plain sight. She tried to have him arrested. She tried to make those power plays to get the money. The entire time. Nothing negative that ever happened in that relationship was ever due to Shanny. It was always Rev's fault. And he was more than happy to take the blame. Because Shanny used, and still continues to use, Rev as an emotional toilet. She will shit everything she has down Rev because Rev's willing to accept any shit. And in the end, when Gman gets a house, Shanny moves on to her next sucker, if that ever happens. The winner, hey, Gman. Gman bought a house for $1. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how much that'll stand up in court. I'm not like Stinky, folks. I didn't take 2 years of real estate law. But I just think it's bizarre. It's weird. And so what I'm going to do... Oh, I didn't play this one tonight. Not sure if I got copyright.
Hey, I have a theory about how Gman obtained the house. It's just a theory. Maybe 2 theories. I believe that one...
This is the one.
Been a backup plan for Shanny.
Yep.
Things didn't work out between these two. maybe she was thinking ahead. Or maybe she just simply wanted to look like a big shot. But check this out. Hold on. Let me grab my remote. But besides all that, does this look like a man who's capable of making that type of decision? Look at him. Look at him rocking back and forth. This is during his wet brain, and at the same time they were going through that with Gman about the house. And I can't find it right now, I don't have time, but there is a clip of Jason saying, I don't remember even saying that he was going to give the house to Gman. But look at him rocking back and forth. I mean, Jason looks like he should be on the back of a short yellow bus. No shit, not trying to be funny. Look at him.
All right, so is there any requests people would like me to do?
Look at him. And she's making big financial decisions like that to just give your house away for $1? You see, she what does she know about real estate? She's never owned anything. She's never financed a car. She's never had anything in her name. She knows nothing about it. Do you know how badly screwed he got from that? At the time, he could have used the money he had left to fix it up, and they could have lived in that. She really fucked him over good. G-Man did too. Took full advantage, knowing that he has wet brain, and she's a complete idiot. So make out of that what you want. That's just what I've observed. But the clip of him saying, I don't remember even saying that. I should have found that and put it on here, but just take my word, he does say that. You can find it on Fat Courtney Love. Fat Courtney Love. It's on her channel, his channel, whatever it is. It's in one of those videos there. Okay, I'll see you guys later.
And the little red light says we are live, we are live, we are live, and it is so. Greetings, fellow living organisms. I am the grey alien, the Von Dukajarat, and I'm here just hanging out in my friend's ship. A bit of a break. Now, we all know that there's an elderly gentleman on the internet that's terrorised people for decades. Oh, no, not him. James Paul Von Helton. Now, before I get into the main topic, I want to play you something that I saw, and it has me laughing every single time. I love this.
Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah, hope I get away with it. Oh, doo-dah day.
Now, Von knows that his time is short. He's either going to get kicked off the property or he's going to jail. He's getting very desperate, so he's putting out a
proper gentleman should check his belt and check his fly before he walks out and greets the world that's waiting for him each day.
Guys doing this is very important. That satellite man's choking my cat right now.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions? It's yours?
No,
Your mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must have...
Must have what?
Look, Dad, it's
Where
not...
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
And Fox News still has not played any of my YouTube videos.
I haven't been able to watch a movie and actually enjoy a movie in the longest time because he just bitches the whole time about how he doesn't like it. Like, I don't care if he's medicated at this point. It's like I can't do it anymore. Does it come in his mind that I kept telling him that I'm tired of it? I don't give a fuck. He's not welcome here in this place.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard all the evidence. You know all the facts.
I go in the morning, and I find her on the ground with a blanket and pillows. And I thought, well, you know, some people are weird like that. Maybe she got done using the bathroom, and instead of getting back into bed, she made her a pallet on the floor and went to sleep. That was my initial reaction. And so I went to her, and she was still kind of groggy, and I said, well, you know, I'm not going to bother her. I'll let her sleep a little bit, and then I'll come back and check on her, which I did. I come back and check on her, and she was still groggy, and now she was kind of unresponsive. I'm like, uh-oh. So that's when I went back to my house and called the ambulance.
By the power vested in me by the state of Maine, I hereby order you to serve 2 life sentences back to back.
I guess it comes down to a simple choice, really. Get busy living. Or get busy dying.
Celebrate history with an Irving Hilton commemorative plate. These plates are guaranteed to make your house look greasy and glorious. Highest quality guaranteed. It smells kind of funny. These plates are made with the finest plastics and paint you can only find at Walmart. Display stand included. The Irving Hilton commemorative plate can be yours for 6 easy payments of $19.99. So call now, 1-800-555-4787. You can also send a check or money order to P.O. Box 1134, Plains of Oblivion, Kentucky.
Oh my fucking God, dude.
Order now and get a free magnetic spoon with every purchase.
Have you ever thought to yourself, I wish I could smell like Shanny too? Well, the Petty family has a new product for you, Cannabis. Get that fresh Dornbush scent anytime, anywhere with Petty family Cannabis. Now in travel sizes.
Looks like it's going good. It's going good. Good. That's good. Alright. Awesome. Alright. Zup. Alright. Gman, I didn't want to have to do this video. I've been debating over doing this video. But I think since you're so public right now, and I tried to tell you this stuff in private, and you're not listening, and you're making things very public, and then you're twisting my intentions of why I did something. Me apologizing to Burnt Toast was not about trying to get donations and try to get into good favor with atheists, or how you put it, sympathy with the atheists. See, I'm out of YouTube, okay? I'm out of the great debate, okay? I'm out of that shit, you know? And I've been living life in the real life and not online, okay?
And just because you're in an argument with someone does not mean that I'm in an argument with that person or I'm in conflict with that person, because, again, I am not. But to twist my intentions to such stupidity is very insulting to me. I'm sorry, Gman, but I do not have to fight your battles for you. You know I'm very sick. And I don't have the energy for this shit anymore. Okay? I don't like doing this. I'd rather play Stardew Valley in the quiet of my home and relax for the whole day. And you caused the last few days of my life to be tormented and painful because of internet bullshit. And I just don't appreciate you doing that to me. And then you turn around and say I'm on my high horse because I tell you I don't like how you're treating me. Instead of doing what decent people do, and that's just stopping the behavior that's hurting the other person. I don't appreciate that shit. I love you. I'm not your enemy, but there's gotta be a point in your life that you put the sword down, Peter, and you stop fucking cutting people's ears off. You know, just because you're in a pissy mood doesn't mean you have to start a fight with everyone. I mean, you came to me and Jason with such harshness the other day over rumors that were started over the internet. Had nothing to do with us or anything. You just decided to lash out on us, and we're like, what the hell? We haven't even been online or said anything. But you took a rumor and lashed out on us, and you've been continuing to lash out on us, and I've been seeing the little fucking digs you've been doing on. I'm not like Shanny and Rev. No, you're fucking not like Shanny and Rev. Okay? We usually ignore adversity. Because that's what you're supposed to do when you're a believer in Christ. You're supposed to mark and avoid those who cause contention and division contrary to what Scripture says. You're not supposed to keep at them, or you could even go to Titus 3:9 through 11 and read that you admonish someone twice. This is my second admonishment of you. And then afterward, you leave them alone as a heretic. And that's what I'm going to do after this if you don't listen to me this time. Is I'm going to label you as a heretic. Because you are acting like Lucifer right now. Straightforward. I looked again on your channel to see if you were talking about me. And there you are, calling burnt toast H-O. And you try to, like, say that she has STDs and all this other horrible stuff toward her. Like, I don't know her, but that is not a way how to talk to a woman. That is some, like, that stuff, that's how drag fucking talks. And I've been realizing in this stuff is, I think the conflict between you and drag is really because you guys are really fucking alike. And you get on each other's nerves because you are so alike. You both fucking scheme. You both fucking attack women on a daily. On a daily, you're attacking a woman. Saying how stupid they are, or how they are, or sexualize them in some way, or putting some sexual dig in a woman. That's what you've been doing. And that's essentially why I apologize to Burnt Toast.
Nobody's...
Because I saw you use my image to incite violence on a woman.
Okay, Boxer, no problem. I was talking about someone else.
Because I've been preaching the longest time to protect your sisters. To discourage men who attack women. You know, I don't like when men attack women. I find it horribly. I was abused by men. Why would I don't like it when men incite violence on a woman. But yet you use my image, so it's like, oh my God. He's trying to say that I want to fight someone physically, and I don't. I don't. You know, it's like, here's the thing. I know I have DV in my background, okay? Domestic violence. But the reason why is because of that. Because I had men inciting violence on me, threatening me, making me feel like I'm gonna get a big blow. And there's been times in my life I've been so abused where I've taken those blows and suffered a really long time because of those blows. So I had it in my system, and it took a lot of therapy to get this out of my system. But, you know, get them before they get you. You know, that type of mentality. Right? I had to get that out of my system and realize that maybe it's just my fear and a trauma response that's going on, why I felt the need to put violence on another person. Now, I've learned not to do that to people, not to react to people, not to let my anger get the best of me, you know, let my frustrations get the best of me, because, you know, the one thing I hate the most is trying to explain myself, you know, and the fact that, you know, it wasn't enough for you for me to say, and you're hurting me with these actions, it wasn't enough for you, you had to argue about it, that it was just like, it should be, if someone says you're hurting me, you should just instantly stop what you're doing to stop hurting a person. Not continue on. That's why you're like Drag in that sense. Because you tell Drag to stop doing what he's doing because it's hurting you, and he just continues on. You do the same fucking thing as him. Like, there's no real difference between you're both egotists who like to attack women, period. And you get off by it. You get off by it, both of you. You get off by it. And you both see that in each other, I think. And that's why you fight so much. That's my honest conclusion. Like, I love you, brother. But whatever's going on in your life, you need to stop taking that out on other people. Okay? You really need to stop taking it out on others, because it's a really fucking bad look. Calling a woman an HO like that you don't even know, that is so gross. That is so gross, and that is not a behavior of a Christian man. Doing that to a woman who says she is a Christian. It's so gross. Like, I'm not going to condone that. And you try to act like you represent me and Jason. Well, you know what? I don't represent that bullshit. You know, I don't attack the people who are trying to get to me on purpose. You know, I'm trying to show people you don't have to attack others if there's, you know, I guess a wedge between each other personalities or something. I mean, or they don't like something about you, or if someone attacks you, you don't have to attack them back. You know, I'm trying to display that because that's what I truly believe. You know, I preach and I walk how I preach.
A long time ago. It was pretty shitty. Now, okay, let's just start here. He said some things that, quite frankly, you know, a lot of people, some people, whatever, some people say that, you know, you need to forgive and forget. You need to, or I can forgive you, but I'll never forget this. To me, there's not much of a difference. Because not just the way she talked about my heart attacks and or Big C, but it was the way she came across when she was talking about taking responsibility and turning responsibility of vengeance over to God, so God could give her a hardened heart, which turned into Mcgrampy. I fucked that word up. You know the word. Which, in the end, was the cause of Betty's death. Shanny was happy about that. Shanny was glad. Shanny was gloating that she had gotten vengeance. The daughter of Christ. There's some things I haven't forgotten. Won't forgive me. Yeah, no, I think you understand what I mean by that, boxing. But, and there's people out there that have said things to me over the years that I'm a little leery about. And I think if you've been on the internet for any amount of time, there's somebody, you know. We're talking to people, right? And Shanny did bring this up. Talking to people that don't like somebody else. That happens a lot. Sometimes you get caught up in trauma that involves you. It's not there anymore. That involves you when you had no idea what was going on. and still for the most part don't. And I don't. I have enough fun in my life. But Shanny sold a house to Rev. I mean, basically, Shanny sold a house to Gman for $1 that wasn't hers. Whether Rev signed that in his name, if somebody ever wanted to contest that, if somebody was ever to show some sort of, I don't know, call it magistrate's probate, but I'm not in the courts, but somebody showed that, right? And say, Judge, that guy right there, does he look like a guy at this present point in time that would be capable of, like, signing his name and knowing what the fuck he was signing? You know? Or even, you know, I'll bet you if there was a video of him actually signing the document, she might have dressed him up a little bit, you know. I'm sure he wore his, you know, pot clothes and, you know, because he's a stoner now. He's not a drunk. He's a stoner now. I don't know. But G-Man in the end, you know, he got that house, the house wars. Shanny tried to get it back. Shanny was going to sue Rev. There's videos all over the place. Fat and Courtney, that channel, Fat, and my brain's kind of farting right now. And Rev is an intent. The man who had, now I'm saying this out of, I'm choosing my words correctly and it's not totally, I'm just putting it out there. And Todd, if you're listening, please, okay? The man who had everything now has nothing. Now I know what you're going to say, Todd. You're going to say, no, he didn't have everything. That wasn't the intent. I just find it crazy funny. Stinky's, thank you. Stinky's trailer is falling out from the bottom. He's got no pipes. He's got shit underneath of his trailer. Half of his piping is his ductwork is all floated down the road from a storm that he commanded, or he commanded his gods to do, because the frost didn't give him that $1 million. Boy, I hope those gods are working overtime.
When's the light off?
Off, please. The, wow, the, Forever Home. Gosh, isn't it just like yesterday? Just like yesterday. Shanny and Rev, they had left Pennsylvania. I love you too. Shanny and Rev had left Pennsylvania. They were going to have a new start. They were going to have a new start. I would sing the Jefferson song, but I don't think they ever moved up to the, well, wasn't high enough to be a deluxe. Anyway, nice apartment. Plus, didn't really fit. But, I know Miss Parker would probably say something. Mcgrampy Lobster just wanted an excuse to be racist. No. they were going to make changes. They had a new start. They had, now, once again, just for the chance that Todd Malico's in here, I won't say $750,000, but they had some money. They had collateral. They had cash. They had the means to live a pretty good lifestyle. In my means, I mean, I can't afford an apartment like that. I never had any of those computers they were buying. I've never had a super zing zow wow, whatever the latest laptops, Somebody tells me, oh man, I only spent $1,100 on this. I'm like, anyway. And people could do that. I've got no problem with that. But I never had that. Never had DoorDash. I've had DoorDash. Was it DoorDash or the other one? I forgot which one it was. Delivered twice because we had a coupon. Because most everything is right down the street and it's cheaper. And you get it faster. Or just local delivery. Or we just go get the shit. Anyway. They had a chance to get settled, get some nice little decent furniture, make a house a home, get to know the neighbors, get the kids enrolled in school, get them in programs, what kids do. I mean, you got 2 kids, man, how are the schools? But none of that ever mattered to Shanny. Maybe if there was a school close to where they lived, which there probably was, that was definitely a plus because that was the less time they had to deal with them not being there. But the first thing they do, and I know it, moving to Colorado, I've known people that have done it, have gone crazy weird on the weed. When I went to Oregon that first time, I think when I first really met Jello online, I was doing live streams from my my old backyard, and I was smoking the fuck out of some stuff, man. I was introduced to edibles. I was doing all sorts of strains. I was baked for like 3 months. I was out there for 3 months, and it was quite a an introduction. Going in with no knowledge, because when you go to a weed store, like who's gonna, these guys are trained. These guys, it's like they took a college course. These guys, they know their shit. They don't go, oh, let me look at the package and see what it says. No, they boom, it's out. Classily done, not like your friend's brother's mom's house or wherever you would, but it's more expensive and they're going to get their money out of you, but still totally different. So and I only had 3 months, and now it's the whole idea of going, it's like, yeah, okay, but I'm glad I can go, but that initial shine, kind of wore off. And it did for a lot of people, People are like, oh, I'm going to smoke pot every day, man. Well, some people can, and stuff. Some people just want to get high on the weekends, Some people, I've known a guy that he had, he bought these this really good weed, and he bought these those gold rolling papers. They got like real gold and stuff, right? And he gave me and 4 other people the each of, and technically there's actually a little bit of gold because when you burn it, but it's not enough to. We were joking around, going, "How many of these we'd have to smoke, man, to get rich?" That would be a bad investment, you know. But so you know, the whole idea of getting to smoke pot, especially as old as I am. I mean, I remember when kids would get busted on the side of their car because they had a roach, you know, and they were busting them like they had a gun, you know. Oh my God, Joey, look, he's got some weed. I've heard those. I've heard those come out. It's like, it's just a roach. That'll get you 30 days, you know. 1 a day will keep the doctor away. Larry, if that was true, that would be great if that was true, Larry. And sometimes, Larry, I think it is true. Maybe that's why I'm still here. But, and thanks for being here, Larry. But, so the whole idea of getting excited about weed, Shanny and Rev, you know, sure, Rev's he's gonna exchange alcohol for weed. Because you've seen Rev smoke. You know, he smokes them like, he's a chain smoker with weed, which is, A, it's a waste of weed. Plus, I don't know. He's like the guy, he could have been Rev could have been a stand-in for a movie like Reefer Madness, where the guy's going, you know, I know somebody's going to grab that and say, look, Mcgrampy Lobster was sucking dick. But, it's like, dude, no, slow the fuck down. Yeah, look at Willie Nelson and Keith Richards. Fuck yeah. They have better health care, too. But, and then Shanny, that 420 video. The original one of those with music was done, I believe, by Doc Savage. It's like, I forgot how long it was, but it was still one of the funniest, because she's celebrating 420, you know, and it's like, you're celebrating 420 sitting in a undecorated bedroom with no furniture, the bedspread's just your boyfriend's rocking back and forth like he's, I don't know, not even there. Let's say wet brain. You're jumping around, putting massive amounts of pot in these cones, which, okay, wow. I put them in my cones. I use cones, folks. A lot of times it's easier. The bowl thing, no, it's easier for me. I roll a few sometimes. I get these. These are little, I think they're 1 gram, whatever, and they come with this little white thing that helps you, you know, tamp it down and everything like that. But nothing greedy, just, you know, edibles. I go a little bit harder because, fucking edibles. But Shanny had to have like 6 different sizes, right? With just her and her dipshit comatose boyfriend in the background, just rocking like this, you know? Happy 420, yeah. And then the bitch gets sick. throws up all over everything. She can't find her phone. I mean, you can have a party whenever you want. Her bidet has 6 nozzles. Probably needs more than that. She doesn't have a bidet now. She's got the garden hose. But Rev, where's he at? In a tent? Sure, Rev's in a tent. Shanny is wherever. She'll outdo Rev. It's the first time she's not the first time she's been like this. This time at least she doesn't have her kids. Before at least she had her kids so she could use that, but that ain't gonna happen. Gman, he got the motherfucking house. And I think in the end, I honestly believe in the end, and this is just my opinion, folks, this whole thing now started out maybe innocent enough. You know? Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. But I think as things moved on, as time moved forward, as Shanny got a little bit more desperate, as you might say, when hard times was upon her, she turned on her sexy rocker outfit thing, flashed 3/4 of a tit, and told Rev he was betrothed to her, and used that magic smile. Can't do that. Probably the first person that's ever talked to him like that. It was, I think it overwhelmed them. Gman and Shanny. Yep. But, you know, there's a twist to that too, Larry. I think G-Man's jumping shit. When it's all said and done, and it might have already happened, folks. I don't know. I don't know and I don't pretend to, folks. I'm just speculating, just like everybody says, everybody does. We're speculating here. And it's all we can do, speculate. So let me see. We've got let me see. Oh yeah. Here, this comes with a warning.
I've decided to team up with the Westboro Baptist Church to teach online atheists a lesson. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying that I'm straight. I'm a straight heterosexual who's against LGBTQ. So if you're part of the LGBT community, I don't care no more. I'm going to try to get your rights stripped away from you. Straight up.
Do you know what I love the most? Cake parts.
And the little red light says we are live, we are live, we are live, and it is so. Greetings, fellow living organisms. I am the grey alien, the Von Dugajarat, and I'm here just hanging out in my friend's ship. A bit of a break. Now, we all know that there's an elderly gentleman on the internet that's terrorised people for decades. Oh, no, not him. James Paul Von Helton. Now, before I get into the main topic, I want to play you something that I saw, and it has me laughing every single time. I love this.
Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah, hope I get away with it.
Happy 4th of July, motherfuckers. This is Superhuman TV Show. Today I'm gonna get hit with fireworks. This is for juggalos and juggalettes. Do not try this at home, and I hope you like it. Whoop, whoop! Light that bitch up! Fuck this shit!
Warning. This program requires the use of aluminum safety protection for the head and body in defense of the government man's giant satellite laser of doom.
You need to get charged for your crime, government man.
Well, all aboard the petty train. No, I'm gonna lie. Carrying the trolls will get me, but I know I'll survive. Who's the boss to you two? Threaten to take my life. Steal your money and dox you, and guys from Davy wives. You're all aboard the petty train. It's leaving here tonight. Carries a fucking piece of shit and watch the rise of spies.
It is a great song, man.
Who did that one?
I will cut your tongue out.
Using crack and cocaine to get high. That's what you say you love.
You damn well know I can move my booty meat.
Yeah.
You tell them they're scum of the earth. You say get a job. You're destructive and I'm not. I'm out of here. I'm divorcing Jason. I'm divorcing you guys. Because you know what? I'm always turned into a bad guy when I'm trying to do and make fucking people happy. Fuck all of you.
Maybe this is what you want. You want me to drop dead. You want to help someone who actually needs help, who's helped everyone else. I was giving these people so much fucking money, and now that I don't have any fucking money, I'm a scam artist.
But your life is a joke, and you need someone to help you out. Cause nobody's needing that crack and cocaine. There's terrible trouble behind it, and sooner or later you're burning your brain, making a mess of your mind.
I can't even wipe my own fucking ass because
Moral of the story: don't always listen to the trolls. They don't know what the fuck they're listening or talking about.
Ed, what an ugly thing to say. Our poor ugliness. Does this mean we're not friends anymore?
You know, Ed, if I thought you weren't my friend, I just don't think I could bear it.
Back here live at the Waterfront Village with my friend, the zombie, Jonathan. You're looking good. Jonathan just got an awesome face paint job. What do you think?
I like turtles.
All right.
Second, what did you think about the ride? It was great. And apparently, I've never been on live television before, but apparently sometimes I don't watch the news because I'm a kid, and apparently Grandpa just gives me the remote after we watch the Powerball.
Never try marijuana, don't try it at all. It's a lie, it's like beating your head on a wall. Say no way, marijuana's a fast way to fall. You will pay, cause it's doing you no good at all. And you know gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. Oh. Never try marijuana, don't try it at all. It's a lie, it's like beating your head on a wall. Say no way, marijuana's a fast way to fall. You will pay, 'cause it's doing you no good at all. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, 'cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. Oh.
You're eating a ham sandwich somewhere else, folks. You're getting played.
With me here, John. He's a neighbor. He lives basically across the street and was in the neighborhood during the aftermath. John, what was it like? What did you see?
Well, I didn't see the actual incident go down. What I did see was, I took my dog out for a walk early in the morning. All of a sudden, they got the block taped off. There's cops everywhere, at least like 10, 11 patrol cars, uniforms walking up and down the street, advising me to stay inside and, just stay there. And then like 15, 20 minutes later, I get the fire department knocking at my door saying, oh, hey, there's a gas leak. You need to get out of your house. So, myself and all my neighbors go walk down the block, try and get out of the zone, try and figure out what's going on. And there was, a lot of confusion going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, thanks, John. Authorities